welcome back to part 2 of the Makeup Rehab series that I did this year. If you have not seen part 1, which was uploaded already, I would highly suggest you see where I stand as far as my points, what I purchased, what I used up, because it was very successful, and a whole round out about what exactly I'm going to be doing next year. So I'll link that up in the iCards if you're interested in that. So today's part 2, where I asked you guys if you wanted to hear a roundup of all the makeup that I purchased this year and what were my thoughts. And you guys, I have some thoughts on this stuff. So here's my whole basket full of stuff. I will try to make this as quick as possible because it's gonna be a long video. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, guys, so I have a list here written down because, surprise, surprise, you guys, some things that I purchased this year have already left my collection and been decluttered. So you guys know I regretted those purchases. I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna randomly pull things out of my basket and share with you guys. There are some things in here that I may have missed that I purchased. I did my best to try to go back through all of my videos to see what I used as far as what I purchased this year. The things that I did purchase in the last month are not included in this video because I barely even played with them. So it's not fair to give them a past judgment on them if I haven't even tried them. So anything I really didn't try or bought recently, I have not included in here because I haven't had a chance to. So anything I have used is in here, and I do have a solid thought on if it was a good purchase or a bad purchase. All right, let's randomize. The first thing here was the Huda Empowered one. I don't 100% regret purchasing this. I do like it. It's just certain things I would have changed out of it. So I'm like 50-50 with this one. I think I could have waited for it to be on sale. I think if I would have bought this on sale, I would have felt a lot better about it. That's what I'm going to say about this one, but I don't regret getting it 100%. And I still am using that one. I'm still grabbing it and using it. So that says a lot. This is something I purchased earlier in the year, and I honestly forgot all about it. This was my Give Me Glow 2 Moods. This was the one that was like the darker and the lighter version of all the mauve tones. And when I did purchase this, I told you guys, this is not my favorite color story. Like, I don't reach for these as often as I should. These are beautiful, don't get me wrong. But I realized it because I haven't reached for it since I reviewed it, and that's a shame. I don't regret purchasing it, but because of this purchase, I've slowed down on purchasing color stories that I'm not really interested in or know that I'm not going to reach for. I know that Give Me Glow has released more since this one that I have not purchased because I knew I wasn't going to reach for them as often. So at least this was a learning lesson. I don't regret it, but it has helped me to curve my spending. Okay, so I did purchase the Natasha Denona Jubilee and Ayana. Ayana is in my drawer for a different video, so I haven't rolled her in. I don't have her here, but I did buy it and use it. I don't regret these. I really don't. These were BoxyCharm ones that I found off of Macari that I ended up purchasing 2 for 20 bucks, I believe. And I do like it. This color story is so funky that it makes me think outside the box, but the color stories and combinations that I have used out of this palette has been beautiful. Same thing with the Ayana. Ayana's more cooler tone, more neutral, so that's a little bit easier for me to use. And she does come in handy for those days that I don't want to think about my makeup and I know it's going to look good because it is Natasha Denona. So I don't regret buying these, and I got them for a killer steal, let me tell you. Do you remember that month that I purchased that Odin's Eye collection? I did not pull out the other palettes, but I do have other palettes that I have from her. I ended up keeping, out of that whole entire box, I ended up keeping only the Norms palette, the Alva 2 palette, and then the 2 mini that I had, the mini green one and then the mini blue one. This is the one, the Norms, and then the Alva one is the more neutral kind of color story. And I have used them since. I got rid of the colorful one, the large one. I got rid of all the highlighters that I got from that collection. I did keep the lipsticks from there. All the lipsticks I did keep. But out of that whole box, overall, and I only pulled these 2 out because I wanted to talk about that overall. Overall, that was a mystery box. I ended up purchasing the 2 mystery boxes, a small one and a large one. First time ever trying the brand. It has deterred me from buying anything else from Odin's Eye. I know I'm being honest and blunt. They have come out with beautiful color stories, the Christmas ones, all those beautiful things. But I am so afraid to spend my money on them because I just was so disappointed. I heard so many great things about this brand, and then I get these 2 mystery boxes with all these things in them. Did not like the highlighters. I was trying to repurpose them as eyeshadows, but they just were too glittery. Did not like the certain eyeshadow palettes. The formula of these are not the best. I have better than this, but I do like these two, so I always keep them for reference. The smaller ones I felt were better. The green one was my favorite, and that still is my favorite to this day. Lipsticks are your typical lipsticks, so there's nothing wrong with them. Really like those, so I kept those. But the majority of those mystery boxes have been decluttered. So going forward, if I ever want to try this brand again, which I'm not saying I won't, it's just I'm more scared too, because now I'm really like picking my money and it's international. I'm going to have to really think about it and really find people that I trust their reviews on, because I feel like there's too many people hyped up this brand. And when I tried it, I'm like, really? I felt like my bubble was popped, and I just gotta, it takes me a while to come back. Takes me a while to come back, so just give me a minute. Eventually I'll get there, but not right now. This brand I tried for the first time this year, and I am not regretting that one. This is the Dragon Fruit Palette by Cleona. No complaints at all, 100%. If she does another palette, they do another palette, I will be buying it. Loved it, loved it. No regrets, and I feel like I got the best money out of it because I get so many different formulas out of this palette without spending so much in an arm and a leg on singles. So yeah, I am not regretting that one bit. I loved it. Here's another non-regret. Read My Mind palette by Nabla. Oh, so beautiful. And I have used it since. So I do. I really like this whole concept. I love Nabla's eyeshadow palettes. Really good. Don't regret that one bit at all. This palette by Menagerie, the Sugar High palette. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is like my favorite, one of my favorite summer palettes. This screams summer for me. Really liked it. Came out with beautiful eye looks. Don't regret this one at all. And this was the first palette that they started doing circle pans instead of square pans. Really, really liked it. No regrets on this one either. I had a lot of fun with that one this summer. I bought this secondhand in the beginning of the year. If you remember, I bought this on Mercari with the Natasha Denona ones for a steal. Naughty Nudes. You guys, I love this one 100% more than the Empower one. And this was the one that I refused to buy over and over and over because I just was like, no, it's boring, it's boring, it's boring. Such a beautiful color story. And even this gel-like kind of formula, whatever here that she has, that she always has to throw in here, I actually like this one in this palette. It's beautiful. Really, really like it. I've reached for this a ton. And my first day back at work, this is the palette that I used. Loved it. Really, really do love that. That was not a regret at all. And even more because I didn't spend full price on it. I think I spent $30 on that one, and it is beautiful. Worth it 100% for me. Here's another one that I do not regret 100%. This one is my favorite. I will say this is probably my favorite Midi palette by Natasha Denona. I love this palette. Love it. It has taken me so much to stop reaching for this one because all I want to do is reach for this palette. I really, really do love it. One of my favorite purchases of 2022 really is. I just adore this color story. I love the formula of it. It just draws me in. It's me in a palette when it comes to like those kind of colors. Love it so much. Over the summer, I did a ColourPop placement. Oh, remember when I went on vacation and things? All right, so here's the first one. This is the On the List palette. I got this one on vacation. I like it, not love it. I love the color story of it, but I found out that some of these shades, like this green one, didn't really perform as well as I really wanted it to. Like the green ones are a little bit off for me. This one was a little bit of a drier formula and it was hard for me to build up. Other than that, the rest were really pretty on. I really like the color story. It's different. It's unique. It's not something that ColourPop has done often. So I don't 100% regret it. It's just more of like 2 to 3 formulas in here that didn't work the best for me, but I like it. I don't regret not getting it. Here's the other one of Quartz. Oh my goodness, I really do like this one. I could have wore it with this one. Really makes me think outside the box, and when I wear it, people like it. It goes well with browns. I don't know, it goes well with browns. It's a really pretty color story. I like it more than what I thought I would, honestly, and I'm happy that I went out of the box and bought this one. Do not regret this one. Here's another one I don't regret, the All Amethyst palette. The only dud in this palette that I feel is this one right here. For me in this palette, it's a little bit dry and it takes me a lot longer to build up, but it's good that it's a transition shade, so it's not such a big deal. These colors are just stunning. It gives me that beautiful whimsical kind of color story that I really do like in the wintertime, so don't regret that one at all either. Here's one that I could have waited for sale on. This is the recent one, the Retro palette. Nothing wrong with the formula at all. It's a beautiful formula. Really like it. It's just, this is a color story I don't reach for often. And now I understand why I don't have many of these in my collection. But it's more of a spring color for me. I could have done without it, just like I never bought her pastel one. This one, if I would have waited and seen reviews, maybe I wouldn't have bought it, but I wanted to review it for you guys, so that's the main reason why, one of the main reasons why I bought it. But if I pull one or two shades out to work with other palettes, it's going to be a companion palette for me. That's what I'm getting down to. This is going to be a companion palette where I can at least pop out the shades out of here and use them with other palettes or singles to create looks with them. So I don't regret it 100%, but I could have done without this one. All right, that ColourPop order that I placed that I decluttered a ton of things. These were the only things that really survived out of that. I ended up buying those Super Shock highlighters, got rid of them. There was a bunch of things that I ended up decluttering in those videos. And yeah, ColourPop Super Shock shadows. I ended up getting the number 8. The number 8, what do you call it? Super Shock. Still love this one. I'm so happy that I ended up getting this one. It's really beautiful. Don't regret that at all. These I don't regret. I did declutter the highlighter out of the Tinkerbell one, but other than that, I do have both of the Super Shock shadow cheeks and love both of them. I have used both of them, so I don't regret getting those. Those are the only two that I own and the only two that I want to continue to own. I ended up getting the whole collection of the Super Shocks, and you guys, I love these. This green one shows up like the green. It's gorgeous. This pinky one is a beautiful topper. My goodness, this is gorgeous. The camera's not doing that one justice. I love that one. And then this purple one, oh, no, the glue fell off. So here's this one. The glue came off of the pan, but it's beautiful. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I am 100% excited that I bought this whole collection because out of the whole entire collection, only the highlighter, it was too pinky tone for me, I got rid of. But other than that, this whole entire collection here, oh, I adore these. Beautiful. And I keep them in the packaging because it's just so pretty. But yeah, I don't regret that at all, one bit. This was an early find for me. Remember, I bought this at a CCO. The Clinique Cola Pop. The smallest amount will make you look beautiful. This is a beautiful cheek color, but you don't need a lot, especially if you are fair to light skin tone. But you know how that whole trend is going around right now about the whole, you look like you're cold outside. Why would anybody want to look like they're cold outside? I don't want to feel cold. I don't want to be in the cold. I live in the cold most of the time. Trust me, this trend is for those people that live in LA that have never experienced something under 75 degrees. I'm sorry, but I ain't wanting to look cold. My booty is staying inside where it's warm. This is that kind of trend that's going around, which bored people came up with basically. But it's a beautiful blush. I really do like it. I just have to have a light hand with it. And I can actually use this as an eyeshadow too, which is beautiful. Don't regret that one. And I got that one for a steal. Last thing I want to share with you guys is this Sydney Grace order. This was the Christmas in July that I purchased these items right here. This was the Warm Glow cream eyeshadow. Oh, so beautiful. I'm so mad that the one color sold out this year before I got to place my order for Black Friday, and I'm gonna buy it full price. I just love it. I love her new cream shadow, so I missed out on that one, but I love this one. And these, you guys, oh, I hope you guys took advantage and purchased one of these. These are so beautiful. They may be a little bit messy, but with a glitter glue, oh my gosh, just do your eyes first. These pigments are just amazing. Like they just know how to make these. Look at this. It's just, you could see the reflection of this, like the orange gold. Beautiful, beautiful. My favorite, one of my favorite purchases of 2022 is these pigments right here. This is like me, and I just love them. And you get so much, like you're never gonna go through those. Okay, you guys, so I have been able to keep track of these things. The majority of these things I do not regret purchasing. In March is when I purchased the Huda Naughty Nudes and these palettes. January and February I purchased 0 items, so there's nothing there. April's when I went and bought the Clinique, the Menagerie Sugar High palette, the 2 Moods palette by Gimme Glow, and then that's when I got the Odin's Eye mystery box, which That is a regret. To be honest with you, overall is a regret because I could have just bought the eyeshadow palettes on my own. I regret that purchase. In May is when I bought the Cleona Dragon Fruit palette. Love it. And all of my ColourPop order, the Super Shock shadows, Tinkerbell collection, and I did declutter those 2 highlighters. I regret. I bought them thinking they were powder, and then I tried to make them work, and I just said, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to give them away. They're brand new. Just get rid of them. And then ColourPop is not so great on return, so that's why I couldn't do that. July is when I bought all of my Cine Gray stuff because it was Christmas in July. August is when I bought the ColourPop of Quartz, all the 3 eyeshadow palettes. September is when I bought the new the Dream palette. October, I don't remember what I bought. I don't think I used those so far. I don't remember what I bought. And in November was the retro palette. No, October was the retro palette. Retro Glam palette from Natasha Denona. So, yeah. I actually, sitting down and looking at my pile, it doesn't look so big. Now, obviously, I have not included all the things that I bought from Black Friday. But as a whole, this is my year. This is what I share with you guys. And it's not too much. Majority is eyeshadow, and you guys know that's where I go for. I control every other aspect of my collection in order for me to enjoy eye products and not feel like I'm too much in drowning in products, because that's why that was my promise to me. If I can let myself go when it comes to eyeshadows, but I have to control every other aspect of my collection in order to do so, and I've been doing a really good job with it. Out of all of these, I think I only regret maybe 10% of these. Not many do I regret, but this just gives me an eye-opener of what I'm going to do next year, how I'm going to spend my money next year. I've been doing really good with it. It's a really good exercise for me, and I'm happy to sit here and say that I do not regret a ton of things that I purchased. Only a few things, the ColourPop, the Odin's Eye, and certain things I could have waited on to me to get on sale, which was just 2 eyeshadow products, the Retro Glam and then the Empowered palette. I could have waited on those to be on sale for me to get them instead of getting them right away, because I don't feel like I should have paid full price on them. That's the way that I don't like them as much to have spent the full price on them. So that's it, you guys. That is it. Awesome exercise, you guys. I really like this because I'm looking at everything as a whole, and I don't feel overwhelmed. I don't feel like I did too much. I don't feel like it's just, whoa. What I'm sharing with you guys today, and I'm going to take a picture of it so you guys can see it. What I'm sharing with you guys today is probably a larger YouTuber's monthly haul. What I did. So I'm actually happy. It's a success for me. Not much did I regret or declutter. So that to me is a win-win. Excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Did I do well? Did I not do well? How would you have thought about these if you were spending the money? And how did you guys do on your purchases this year? This was fun. I will most likely do this next year and give it a little bit more of a twist to it. I have ideas and thoughts already for next year. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. More videos on the screen for your enjoyment. Until then, adios.